Welcome, listeners, to this week's debacle of the Full Send Rejects. I'm Kodak.
I'm Rose.
I'm Billy.
After this week's pre-topic banter, I'll be taking a backseat as my two co-hosts here take over the main events. Billy will finally get to his much anticipated conversation about the doctor behind lobotomies in America, and Rose will dive into the Dahlia Effect. But first, pre-topic banter, starting off with today's celebration of Steve Irwin for his birthday.
You forgot you wrote that, didn't you?
Hey, we'll get to what I originally put. Steve Irwin's birthday was when I realized Steve Irwin's birthday, okay?
I'll accept
One
that.
of these days.
For Steve, I'll allow it.
Thank you, because it was last night. I'm coming to bed, and then I open up the old Instagram, and I see his son posting for his birthday. I'm like, oh, and they're ahead of us by a lot of hours, which means for us it's tomorrow, aka today.
AKA a couple days after this airs.
Yeah, you'll be like
days before this aired.
One of those Backmaster things.
The Thursday of this recording, which is right now, the 22nd of February.
Tis be his birthday.
This is the day of my daughter's wedding.
You asked me this on the day of my daughter's wedding.
I will put it out there to where for you and the Irwin Zoo, I will go to Australia.
I want to go so bad.
Do you know what keeps me from going to Australia?
The giant spiders.
The giant
trying to kill you.
Spiders.
They have trees that will kill you.
Everything out there will kill you.
You know what I learned? Not only does Australia have all that crazy shit down there that will kill you, apparently go to New Zealand, that's where like the giant hole in the ozone layer is. So you will get skin cancer very rapidly if you're not protecting yourself.
Cool.
I just want to box a kangaroo.
So it's box a kangaroo, cuddle a crocodile, and hope for the best.
Fucking have spiders down there the size of dogs.
Don't tell me. I'm trying to be happy, okay? I had
Billy, can we have one episode?
several shots, okay? And for Steve, because I came home and I was like, hey, I found a shot they make in Australia. I'm like, okay, let's have one. And then we had like 8. Oh, wow, they're down 46 at halftime. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure the Penguins are doing good. Oh, tied at 1. Okay, cool. Okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's move on from negativity.
Oh, you mean like the other day when I watched them, they were up 3, they were up 2-0 and then still lost?
The Penguins?
Yeah, they're going to the third, they're up 2-0, still lost.
Or like their last game where they scored 2 goals in like 10 seconds or whatever it was, and they lost in overtime.
Yeah, I love sports. Sports are great.
Yeah, let's go back to being a little positive here, all right? We have a Cannon update. Yeah, we have the location, we have secured the cannon, we just have to figure out the time.
Wait, when you say we secure the cannon, does that mean we could just kind of take it and move it? Is it ours?
No, we don't own a cannon.
No.
I just said we don't own a cannon. This is why I believe there's a lag here, because I'm like, I said, did I just say we don't own the cannon? He's like, hey, do we own the cannon?
Yeah, that's fair. The question was coming out when you said it.
That's fair too. That's my fault.
We are commandeering a cannon.
But no, we'll down in Philadelphia, there is a place that they have Civil War reenactments, and Bill, you will be able to fire a live cannon.
First resolution to ever come to fruition. Let's go!
Just got to figure out a good weekend for this.
Probably spring, summer, sometime in there.
Yeah, when it gets a little warm. It's supposed to be fantastic after this weekend.
Just saying,
yeah, but
July 1st, there's bound to be a Gettysburg reenactment. We could just do the whole thing.
It's also going to be a holiday weekend-ish.
Yeah, Billy, that means you have to be around more people.
Yeah. And if I don't like
Oh
that
yeah,
idea, you're like that.
He said, "Fuck it."
see, but I'm allowed to fake kill a lot of the people.
He starts rotating the cannon towards the crowd.
Some of you may
May
die,
die.
but that's a sacrifice that I am willing
Well,
to make.
no, if we do a Gettysburg reenactment, I could just go to the reenactment and fake kill a lot of people, and I'll feel really good about it.
You can either play dead or be dead.
I'll be dead in the first 2 minutes.
No, it's going to be exciting. Boy, how are we going to do a Gettysburg reenactment if we're going to be in Philadelphia?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they're coming up for it. Cooney said they do the
Yeah, we're going to
Gettysburg.
Philadelphia.
They're probably bringing a cannon. I don't know.
Well, I
We
told you,
could do it in
we're
Gettysburg
doing it
with
in
the
Philadelphia.
cannon.
We have to do it in Philadelphia.
Billy, it's happening in Philadelphia.
They can move the cannon. We're going to the Civil
Our
War.
forefathers.
Ben Franklin's rolling his grave right now. What's wrong with Philly? It's a city of brotherly cannons.
I like how it's to Gettysburg,
He's
brother.
like this high ass picking and cracking the Liberty Bell.
This one's for old George. Tell the king, fuck you. Bang. Oh my god. Yeah, resolution will be fulfilled. This oddly inspires me. What else can we do in this podcast?
We're gonna be the
Yes.
Make-A-Wish of bad decisions.
What did you hear? I don't know. I just fuck it.
You should put an asterisk on that one. Does not include murder.
Look, I had a
That is
dumb
true.
wish, and they said they do it.
Yeah, it escalated really quickly.
I was like, maybe we'll come across a cannon because we keep talking about it, and then all of a sudden, hey, we have a cannon.
We have found a cannon. Who would have thought? This is why we have listeners.
Thanks, Cooney.
While things are heating up here, you told me before we started you have a new defense for Leo in our referring to an earlier debate, Leo versus Brad Pitt.
I do have a defense for Leo. As someone who loves historical movies, that sometimes it floats along facts. Titanic being one of them. The Titanic happened. It's a thing in history, which are
That
most
was the
of these.
stuff in the movie.
Most of these things are probably the same, really. But like Leo did a lot of history stuff, and I love watching history stuff. Gangs in New York, fucking banger of a movie, one of my favorites. Bill the Butcher, a couple episodes in.
Yeah.
You got you got Titanic. The Revenant apparently based on a true story. I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Oh, The Man in the Iron Mask. Are we gonna gloss over that masterpiece of a movie?
No, that's a fucking banger.
Troy's better than the wall.
I don't know. I just see the Spartan thing doesn't do it for me, and Leo never did the Spartan thing. He never had the body for it.
Yeah, that's why Brad Pitt's just better.
Yeah, but Leo's like that squishable little buddy.
Rose here just discussed it with me.
Did I sell you on Leo?
I've always been Team Leo.
Yeah, if we go back and pressure on all and said Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, because I turned on
Yeah.
Leo because I thought he just played heartthrobs. I went back and looked like, oof, wow.
Yeah, you had him turn on Leo because he was split.
Even though we brought up all these movies when we had this conversation.
Yeah, but he smoked a different strand this time.
I guess so.
He watched Leo
What?
probably shoot a cannon somewhere.
I was watching Gangs in New York and I'm like, Leo's pretty good.
You can watch Fury and watch Brad Pitt shoot a cannon. A tank cannon, but a cannon.
Stop trying to sway him.
No, Team Leo.
I'm just saying. Cannons of each actor fired, Brad Pitt fired more cannons.
Leo was the cute and emotional guy.
Brad Pitt has shown emotions in movies.
You were just saying how Troy was better than all of them.
Troy's a fantastic
Like it-
movie.
Okay, where
Like
he
in
played
Fight Club when he was a
some,
split personality.
Yeah, I relate to that.
Yeah, a lot of
but you
emotion.
just said Troy was better. where he
Troy
was
is an
just
amazing
a
movie.
skinnier, long-haired Thor, and he freaking slayed grown men with swords, while
Yeah, you're saying a lot of good things about this movie.
Leo's
You're proving
out
my
there
point.
slaying real life models. All right.
He's taking down
Are you
Bill the
gonna tell me
Butcher
that
in
Brad?
fucking New York.
Are you telling me Brad Pitt's not slaying models?
I'm telling you that he's not fucking as many as Leo is.
Yeah, because as soon as I hit 25 or 27, he's like, bye.
Did Brad Pitt do The Great Gatsby? No. Another.
I wasn't
No,
too impressed with that movie.
absolutely not.
It was still based on it. How many true stories has Brad Pitt did?
He actually did one of my favorite ones in Fury, so which
Wolf
to me
of
is better
Wall
than Troy.
Street hated it, but still.
Yeah, Billy, you're not helping your point. You're like, I hate this one.
No, I loved Wolf of Wall
Oh, it's a
Street.
great movie. It's a great
No,
documentary
dude,
about
like,
I
drugs.
think it was the only movie
it's like watching porn,
has the
but
most
focusing on the
F-bombs.
story.
There's a lot of drugs too, sir.
Oh, here's more historical things he did. 12 Years a Slave. That's kind of a big one right there. Big one of Brad Pitt. The Big Short.
Oh, we're literally going back in time. We
Yep.
had the same argument like 5 weeks ago.
Moneyball. Pretty good.
Yeah, Billy swayed his opinion away from Kodak, so we have to go back and check.
Yeah, now he's gonna be like, "Well, I'm always right, so we're gonna fight this
I'm
until
not saying I'm right. It's different opinions. That's all.
you're over there like I swayed your opinion once, I can do it again."
No. If he wants to be, bipolar, multi disorder, whatever, just like Brad Pitt in Fight Club, that's all. That's on him.
You should be used to that.
Your split personalities have split personalities.
Oh, you've been dealing with split personalities long before me.
Speaking of you, should we call you out now?
Whatever you want to do, just go ahead and do.
All right, so Bill, listen to what happened to me this week, okay? I want to tell you a story. So we're laying in bed. I'm just gonna look at you so I can realize. I'm just gonna watch you so because I knew as I say something, you're gonna realize where I'm going with this. So we're laying in bed and she's scrolling through Facebook and she comes across this video, okay, of a topless woman with a baby. See where I'm going with this now?
No.
Okay. So she shows me this video, okay? And then you can easily tell like the baby is fake. Like this girl is just trying to get some clicks or whatever. And she goes to me, "Do you think she's hot?"
Wait. Did the chick have like giant boobs or something? Like what's the draw here? Or just that she's breastfeeding?
Oh, she had some big old boobies.
Big old titties?
She was like pretending to breastfeed.
Big old titties?
What color was her hair?
I don't know.
Wow. Wow.
Blonde, I
So she asked me, I guess she's hot or something. I'm like, not really. And she's like, "You're probably hard right now." I'm like, "No, not really." She gropes me. And I was like, "Wow, you are." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" She's like, "I can feel it." I literally had to down my pants and flop it around to show how soft it was for her to realize, no, I was not erect. It was a fucking trap. Canes, stay real.
You couldn't even remember what color her hair was, but you remember she had big old juicy boobies.
Because that was the point of the story. That was a crucial
Yo,
plot.
you're gonna remember
point
the
was
big old
that-
titties.
The point of the story was the
No,
fact
no,
that
it's
she
my
was
story.
able to put her titties on Facebook because no one was going to discredit her from breastfeeding when it was clearly a baby doll.
No, don't take away from this. Like you tried setting a trap for me.
You remember the video. You remember the call me out on calling you out.
Yeah,
but you couldn't remember what the female looked like.
I was groped.
What color was the the fake baby wrap?
No, don't
color?
try and get out of this. Now,
No.
My story.
Topic. No, it was green.
It's a combination of pink and blue and a certain light.
No, it's not.
You don't even know. I'm colorblind. Right?
But you're
don't try and circle out of this.
You're trying to prove a point.
Yeah, that you try to trap me, and you're trying to like, oh look, see how it was floppy.
Well, what a way to call yourself out for having.
Do you think I have shame in that?
Okay.
Wow, your what?
It went.
Your wife shoved her hand down your pants and you were floppy? Rude.
No, she didn't shove it down there. She grabbed it real quick.
Billy. I was grabbing it and nothing happened. Where
Got
is the
you.
romance?
Because it was aggressive. We were like, because it was a boner check to see if I was attracted to another woman. Because you did not believe me.
I'm over there fucking Tokyo drifting.
No,
your
you were
stick
Tokyo
shift.
drifting. You grabbed it. It was like Thor on the hammer for the first time. Grisping
Exactly.
it.
That was a lightning ass moment.
I was scared.
When Thor picked up the hammer for the first time, man, that hammer went. Ooh.
Well, yeah, you're showing me a woman who wasn't worthy, okay?
Oh, but I wasn't either because I touched you and nothing happened.
One go right now.
I knew you
We'll
were
be
gonna do
right
something,
back.
some bullshit, so I'm like, puddle the shit out of this.
I did have another one, but I forget what it was. You had something else that was silly. I forget. But yeah. Stay true.
Yeah, stay true.
Yeah.
But let's just bravo to her for tricking the meta universe, for allowing her to biddle her big old juicy bitties on social
Take
media
away.
for the world to see with a fake ass baby.
Yeah,
American
don't
Sniper all over.
don't hate on those big ass tickle old babies.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
That's my segment of tonight.
Yeah.
Of how I was viciously attacked.
You got viciously attacked on your viciously attack.
You were groped.
I was groped. But before you tie yourself out over there, you want to talk about getting old and how it sucks.
Yeah.
And that was authentic too. That's not even an effect.
That was real.
It's fucking 9:30.
Yeah, no, real
Yeah.
normal working right there with you.
Bro, my check engine light has a check engine light.
Oh, yeah. My whole lights on.
It was just one my whole dashboard lighting up. Dude, I just got to the point to where I was like, "You know what? Maybe this thing that's going on with me will slowly start to fade away and it'll go away." It just got worse.
Because I'm feeling 22.
And then other things happened. Other parts start breaking down, and I went to the doctor, and I came home with 9 referrals.
I
9,
got
bro.
4.
My whole
You
month
geezers.
my whole month is booked. You would think that I was, like, 22 when I had frat parties fucking lined up. No. I have neurologists, I have MRIs, I have freaking CAT scans and sonograms.
I got blood
Do you
work,
know-
X-ray
and
tomorrow.
urine
Did you know dogs can't do x-rays but cats can?
I can't stand
Oh,
you.
no.
Oh, I crackle myself up.
Yeah, my whole headaches and brain thing. They're gonna put me in a box. And they're going to do a whole MRI on my head, and they're gonna do one
Okay.
with the dye and one without, and they're two
Dye
45-minute
already?
sessions. So yeah, they put dye. They put like a concentrated dye to see if any. They're like for
Ooh, is it the vegetable?
I don't know.
No, that's an actual thing. So this one time,
They asked me if I was allergic to the dye, the concentrate dye, and I don't.
this
What
one
is
of the
that to
when I
get
was
one
going through
for
my
my
eyes
shoulder?
stuff, he's on such a lag.
Mhm.
Now he before we start, now he accepts it.
Anyways,
Had to wait for that. They were doing like weird shit to my eye, and they had to do something to where they inject me with something to like get a better picture because I guess it's like a fucking bioluminescent effect basically where it just lights up, and it was basically getting injected with vegetables. You'll never guess what I did soon after.
throw up.
I did. Which he did say it was a common side effect. I didn't feel too bad, but yeah, I threw up everywhere in that office
Oh
in a
Yeah,
garbage
your
bucket.
body rejects
Oh.
vegetables.
yeah.
Hey, we had corn today, so let's see what happens.
Corn's not a vegetable. Corn has no nutrients at all.
Hey Siri, is corn a vegetable?
It's a vegetable, but it has no nutrients.
More of a lag than you are. Hey Siri, is corn a vegetable?
Corn is considered a starchy vegetable.
Huh.
This is from medicinenet.com.
Hey Siri, what is the nutritional value of corn? Oh, wow. Significant source of fiber. Look at that.
You're gonna be shitting.
And vitamin C, and magnesium, and carbs, and potassium. Holy shit.
Don't eat too much.
A large ear of maize.
All right, well, fuck me. I thought corn was
Maybe
bad
not.
for me. I'll eat more corn.
I think it's just because like it doesn't get digested a certain way or something. I don't fucking know.
But yeah, they're doing that.
Yeah,
that
like it
stupid any
doesn't break
sticky ever
down.
Can't help it.
Corny shit nuggets. Let's wait for it.
It's like a fucking shark.
No, but I'll have to ask them when they put the dye in if it's a vegetable.
I forget
Is this
what it was
broccoli?
called. Broccoli Rob.
But they're doing one to see if there's any blockages, any potential because I told her, I said I seriously don't want to die of a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, yours
And
sound a
she's like,
lot more
okay.
serious than mine.
Oh yeah, I'm just falling apart, bro. Well, I also have a lot of other things going on, so
Well, yeah.
that and I gotta get my thyroid.
I love being young.
Yeah, it won't last. Wait till you're 30. Everything goes downhill from there.
Yep.
Nah.
I'm trying to walk like a
I'm gonna
normal
peek.
human again.
Oh wow, look at you.
You're not pirating no more?
I'm trying. That's what the X-ray's for.
Oh, cool.
Sir, this isn't an actual leg.
I want to
Is
be able to
one
run
leg just
without tripping over one leg.
is one leg just longer than the other, or is it just like a bad
There's a tweaky
knee?
nerve somewhere.
Okay. I was gonna say just have which one is broken, just have Anthony rub it, According to him, it just stays flaccid anyways.
I think it's what's known as a peripheral nerve, but it's who knows?
Yeah, I'm not too with peripherals.
Yeah, we will.
Should we do this next segment or should we wait for another time?
I'm kinda hungry and excited,
Oh, you want to do it then?
I guess.
Okay,
It might
favorite
make me
cereal.
hungry.
I actually have weird favorite I can't pick one. I can't
Round
pick
them off.
one.
Good. Speed round. Go. Go.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Good choice.
I'm
Mhm.
old.
We just established that.
I love me some Raisin Bran
That was my number one right there. Raisin Bran.
Oh,
and Golden Graham. Another one for me.
she's got the list.
Oh, your computer just crashed.
I got the list.
Frozy, we got the cereal. Huh, your computer just crashed. That's not good.
Well,
What?
covering the Black Dahlia Affect, and
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
I'll just try and do a hard reset.
Technical,
But
knowledgeable
I may
difficulties.
not be able to do a hard reset. Can't get you hard.
Trust me, you do it.
I
No,
know. I
you're-
scraped the fucking rusty shit on the backslash.
Okay, before we turn to an X-rated show, Billy, favorite cereal?
everything Rose said except replace Golden Grams with Cocoa Puffs.
I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
What about you, Kodak?
Well, I mean, Cocoa Puffs and Raisin Bran is definitely up there. What about Lucky Charms? Have we forgotten Lucky Charms?
No, I just
Trick cereal?
for
Or are you? Because you guys are old now. You don't like trick cereal. This is for kids.
it's too sweet.
I can't
Cinnamon
eat
Toast
trick.
Crunch is like a banger. It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch is like a treat. It's like I'm eating candy because we're old.
Oh, you geezers.
But that box that we bought of the shredded mini wheats, that hit so freaking hard.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah,
Freaking
no.
mini, bro. I gotta get the strawberry ones.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I'll teach you to be old.
I know how to old.
Yeah.
It's 8:30. I'm ready
Hey.
for bed.
Cole got these it's called Peeps cereal.
Yeah, candy.
Too
It's
sweet.
pure sugar, bro. It's pure sugar. It is like Fruit Loop crackhead cousin coated with extra marshmallows.
And they
I
thought
used
we
to like
had too
Cheerios
much
until I
sugar in our cereal.
Oh god, it was bad.
I used to like Cheerios until the news ruined it for me.
Oh, Alina loves Cheerios.
That's not a good thing, apparently.
She also loves Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks.
Ooh, Apple Jacks.
Ooh, that's a
Alina
banger.
be fucking up some Apple Jack.
That's the one with cinnamon, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I used to
What
fucking
was
love that one.
what was that one? Smacks.
The frog.
Super
Yeah.
snack.
I don't know
Smacks was
why. I don't know why I like that once upon a time. I haven't had it in years, but it was just one of those things to where it was just
What was that one? Franco berries?
fruity pebbles,
Frankenberry?
bro.
Frankenberry, Count
Frankenberry, there we go.
Chocula, Blueberry.
No.
Yeah, those were awesome.
I want some Fruity Pebbles.
I kind of want some cereal now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm already
just
after
started
my
cooking
fats,
it.
Oh, I
and
want.
neither one of us can eat. If me and Billy can't eat, you can't eat.
All right, I'll take it for you to go to sleep.
I'm gonna hear him rumbling his fucking bag of sour gummy worms. Just
You'll never
or
know
he's
when
gonna
I
be.
was
I'm gonna
asleep
hear,
till you feel bad.
or I'll hear his mouth crackling from the fucking Oreos.
The Oreos still up there? No, they're not.
No, Dad, dude, we got these midnight Oreos. You're gonna go get them, aren't you?
No, because I'm not gonna eat during an episode. Rude. There's fucking Pop Rocks inside of these bastards.
Oh god, I got a chocolate orange with this black and pop rocks in them. Oh, it's weird.
He's like, eat this. He's like, here, eat this. And I took a bite, and I'm like, okay, what's so different about it? And all of a sudden, my mouth started exploding, and I'm like, what the? And I didn't know.
I enjoyed it.
And then you wash it down with milk, and it started popping all over again.
It was funny too because we just watched the Mythbusters about Pop Rocks,
Yeah.
and I was sitting like, do they still make these anymore? And here they are, fucking Oreos.
Oh yeah, they're throwing them
Yeah,
in everything
so-
now.
Corporate America strikes again.
Pop
There are
rocks
good
taking over the
cereals out
world.
there.
How about this?
What cereal that I don't like?
No, we should just say the cereal like
Oh. I can't think of a cereal I don't.
Kix.
What's wrong with Kix? Wait, which one is Kix?
The little flavorless balls.
Let me look up Kix.
Yeah, I hate cakes too.
Cereal. Let me see where.
Plain
that
corn
fucking
flakes.
generic thing. Kid tested, parent approved. Hey, if I'm a kid, I don't want cereal that's parent approved.
That's the sugar that you had to put like 5 pounds of sugar in it.
That's just sugar. They put 5 pounds of sugar in.
Cereal, the cereal, you had to put like 5 pounds of sugar into it just to make it edible.
Ooh, Frosted Flakes. Oh, that was a good cereal.
Frosted Flakes smacked, especially threw a banana in that bitch. Ooh.
It was Kellogg's
Oh.
Cold Breakfast Cereal Bulk. Hold up, babe. I'm going shopping. Let's see what this is about here.
Wait, cereal on the list for this weekend.
Yeah, but I can get 48 boxes for $30.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
not
when they
bad.
expire, 9.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Let's see here. Where's the description here?
Yo,
Wow,
Yeah,
it's all
what
at
kind
the
of
bottom.
cereal? It's gonna be like Walmart
low
brand.
key.
No, there's Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Rice Krispie, Frosted, Mini Wheats, Pops, and Raisin Bran. Literally, like half the series says your favorite.
Dude, honeycombs.
Low key life
We're gonna
was
be-
really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The honey bunches of oats.
There's some.
Whoa.
Oh, that's
Good one.
corn. There's the beer.
Dude, we need to stop. I'm so hungry right now. I'm gonna buy like
Right?
8 boxes. We're gonna have cereal as for dinner one night. When I was pregnant with Cole, I was mixing cereals. Tricks
Ooh.
with cocoa pebbles.
So Amazon has on their thing the top most bought cereals on there. I think number one is. It's a cereal that we mentioned.
Cinnamon
Top
Toast
nope.
Crunch.
The most purchased cereal on Amazon.
Frosted
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is number 6.
Raisin Bran.
I don't see Life or Raisin Bran.
Fruit Loops.
Let's see. Nope.
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms is number 5.
God damn, we named like 18 fucking things.
Count Chocula.
Was one of
No, I don't see Count Chocula on here.
Puffs,
Get
Reese's
the fuck
Puffs.
out.
Nope. No Reese's Puffs.
Number 1 bought.
Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles.
I think. Oh, Fruit Pebbles number 4. This cereal is all
Cocoa?
butts.
Cocoa Puffs?
Oh,
Oh, a Cheerio.
Cheerio. Cocoa Puffs. It goes Lucky Charms, Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, Rice Chex. That sounds weird. And Honey Nut Cheerios.
Well, they're not bad.
No,
No.
I like Cheerios.
What was that other one? We need to stop.
Should we move on?
Oreo O's.
Oreos.
Oreo O's are
Ooh,
still good.
Cole was obsessed with those. Cookie Crisp.
Oh man. No, they changed the recipe,
all the-
but they changed it back.
Yeah, and then they had like little cookies.
Oh, yeah, I do remember those.
Yeah, it's still a
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, it just made fucking 18 different versions of cancer.
Well,
Yeah,
that's food these days.
listen. Yeah, I'm going out in a good mood.
How'd you die? I ate 18 boxes of cereal, sir.
It happens.
So before we get to our main topics here, we have one more announcement. Is a new segment in the works where we're going to try and bring people on as guests and have their own little special episodes. Instead of taking our main episodes, they'll have their own little thing.
Okay.
You were part of this conversation.
Just saying something so people they relate.
Okay, cool.
See,
It's like
cool.
I know I'm supposed to be like, oh, that's cool, that's awesome. It's like I know about it.
Well, okay, that's my fault then.
My
Terrible
excitement's
presentation
gone.
strikes again.
See, you need to just
Like you-
surprise me.
It's like you're making the announcement that we already know about, but you're waiting for us to make a comment instead of just saying something.
Aren't you guys excited?
And then when we don't answer, woo!
You're a bunch of dicks.
Get your shit
Hard
together.
ones.
Pick one.
I'm gonna call out Rose. Rose uses it against me the whole entire episode.
What?
We all saw that
The
coming.
whole part.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Are we ready for
Yeah,
this?
do your damn thing.
Oh boy. Okay, so yes, Billy, you did the Black Dahlia. Mine is about the effect that the Black Dahlia had and how other women fell into the same kind of trap. I just wanted to get one particular person today, so if you guys are ready, I'll start going.
Go ahead.
Yes, Rose, we're ready.
Yeah, how's that awkward silence feel? It's an announcement that we all knew was coming anyway. Oh,
I answered you. Okay. Are you ready, kids?
Captain.
you know they played that song on Epstein's plane when they landed on the island
No.
because of the kids.
Oh. I wasn't sure if Billy had anything to add.
No, apparently not.
Okay.
Maybe his lag got worse. Oh, he was muted.
I was muted. Sorry. Coughing.
All right. Good.
I'm superb.
All right. Is Billy done dying?
Billy's undying.
5 years later.
No, he's muted and he's coughing. Get the balls out of your mouth. He's still muted.
No, he's still coughing. He's probably pissing too. It's probably a 2-for-1 special. You do that when you get old.
I can't wait.
It's like the harder you
See-
cough, the more
I
aggressive
want to get to a
stream.
yeah. I was gonna say I want to get to a point where I can cough and just pee. Like just get it done in one shot, or cough and just poop a little bit. Like just get it out of there. Oh my god, no more struggling. Whew. That sounds getting old sounds wonderful to me.
Don't wish that. The next time you wake up and you're like, oh, I slept wrong on my neck. Oh, my back hurts. I'll be like, getting old sounds wonderful.
And then I'm like, can you rub me?
Is he dead?
I don't know what's going on with him. He's muted still. Coughing or taking a leak. Well, after he's taking a leak and he doesn't hear us making fun of him. Because
I
he's
was
back.
peeing. I was peeing. And you're all of that.
He's so predictable. Okay. So we're good now?
Wonderful.
Okay. Billy?
Let's go.
Okay. We
I
all
can't wait.
God damn it, Kodak.
Okay, I'm done.
Are you?
Just gotta wait for Billy to stop laughing. He's on a lag.
I already did his laugh.
Okay. God damn it, Kodak, he's on a lag.
Babe, I'm nervous. Should I explain that joke?
No, I don't care. I'm trying to start my thing.
Okay, go ahead. I'm done.
Does that have anything to do with your flat dick?
No.
Head.
I don't even know what I was it was just one of those silly things that
You
really
climbed
funny.
on top of me.
So it doesn't involve my floppy wiener. No, I don't know what I did exactly or what led to this, but I got all up in her ear with my mouth, not my floppy wiener, and I just whisper, "Sorry, I'm nervous."
Randomly. You just with me.
Oh, okay, I'm done now.
I'm gonna try that later.
You were talking to
See if
me
it
about
works.
She go up to Liz. Sorry, I'm nervous. You just gotta be annoying as shit beforehand. That's the key.
Perfect.
Whenever you're ready.
We're listening.
We all know the tragic story about the Black Dahlia. Sadly, there has been so many women who have suffered the same fate. Young, full, fame-driven women who have longed for the spotlight just to be deceived by evil. My topic today is about one of those who lost their life in a true Dahlia fashion. This is the story of Kristi Johnson.
You put Kristi Johnson.
I knew it was Kristi.
Okay. I didn't know.
Kristi Johnson was born February 27th, almost her birthday,
Mm.
1981 in Los Gatos, California.
What's your zodiac sign? Is that in here? You do all the zodiacs. It'd be interesting.
No, I think when does Pisces start?
That's
Well, that is
Pisces.
usually that like the middle.
It's Pisces.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she's a fish.
Yeah, my brother's Pisces and he's day before.
Okay.
Okay.
When Kristi was 6 years old, she got her passport and traveled with her mom and brother to California to their home in South America.
So they
From
went
there.
to California to South.
From South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Some from California to their home
I see.
in South America. Kristi was little over a year old. Her family returned to California. The sunny poolside times with family, ballet lessons, beaches, swim meets, and a lot of happy days. Kristi's dad was had this opportunity to move to California to Holland, Michigan. Well, Lake Michigan. Sadly, Kristi's parents were not meant to be together and their marriage ended. Kristi and her brother Derek live with their mom. Living in a summer tourist town, jumped into working in shops, ice cream parlors, and restaurants. Her ambitions were to head off to college after high school, but she always desired to go back home to California.
Imagine she ever made you your ice cream.
What?
Because you're always wanting ice cream from places.
Sir, I cannot eat anything. Can we stop talking about food?
Yeah, you're killing me, dog.
About those penguins, I mean, whew. Sorry, go ahead, Kristi.
Delicious.
Tastes like chicken. After graduating high school, Kristi attended Western Michigan University. After the end of her freshman year, her plan was to put in place to move back to California and continue her college there. Shortly afterwards, her mom followed Kristi, moving back to California with her. Kristi studied to become a makeup artist, working on several independent films. She realized that her ambitions and she had other ambitions, and she continued college and working. She started out in a cute apartment in West Hollywood and then migrated to Santa Monica to an apartment she shared with a couple other women. She was on set of starting her new adult life.
Sons. I can't even fucking read now.
It gets worse.
Love it when it gets worse.
I just wanted to give you guys a background to kind of like, oh,
That was nice. That was
happy little
nice.
American girl.
I like the image in my head. That was nice.
She was working on her education and trying to find a break in Hollywood. Kristi landed the role of a production assistant in Los Angeles, but she struggled to find work after that. Kristi's father, Kurt, had contacted a U-Haul for her to move back home, but she insisted on staying on furthering her hopes and pursuing her dreams. She settled for a job at a cell phone company when she was approached with an opportunity and decided to take a shot at it.
King gang.
Kristi and her mother, Terry, were very close, spoke to each other on the phone every single day. The last time the two spoke was February 15th, 2003, when Kristi informed her mother that she would be visiting the mall that day.
I'm going to adjust this microphone so it's more towards you.
Okay.
There we go.
Her mother, Terry, was unable to reach Kristi for 2 days before she dialed the workplace, then found that she had not turned up there that day either. Then her mother contacted the Santa Monica Police Department and reported her missing.
Sounds juicy.
Kristi was at the Westfield Center City Mall in Los Angeles when she was approached by an alleged film producer who offered her an opportunity to audition for a part in an upcoming James Bond sequel, the role that promised a potential six-figure paycheck. She was told that she was to wear a white blouse, black miniskirt, nylons, and stiletto heels that would help impress the
movie people.
To
Damn,
look the role of a Bond girl.
I'll get you DiCaprio.
You just love my God. You love us.
Once the officers had found Jesus Christ.
Black.
If they can't tell, they can tell now. We do this remotely.
It's the random. It goes from innocent to like evil.
Yeah.
Oh man, that went straight to Dr. Evil.
Get really go, dude. Many laughs.
Okay.
They just wake up stuff.
Shush, I'm trying to make sure there's no more lags. Once the officers found out that there was no new James Bond movie in the making, they checked out the security tapes at the mall, where Johnson was spotted buying the clothes that was on the list, unoccupied. Kristi's cell phone records show the last call she made was at 5:34 p.m. on February 15, 2003, with a ping corresponding to the Studio City cell phone towers close to Hollywood Hills. As the first lead from a witness named Susan Murphy poured in, they composed a sketch of a suspect, and Kristi's car was found at the valet lot at a hotel on February 24th. While a parole officer from the Santa Monica Police Department identified the suspect's sketch as one of her parolees, Victor Paleogis.
What's pronunciation?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Kristi Johnson's body was then found March 3rd, 2003, in a ravine in the Hollywood Hills by a group of hikers. The body was identified by Kristi's tattoo on her lower back. Her body had been out in the open for 16 days, had been heavily decomposed, and determined if she had been sexually assaulted. Her cause of death was due to strangulation.
Wait, so was she sexually assaulted? If she had been
sexually, she was too decomposed.
Oh, okay. That's my brain tingled. I have old people brain. Sorry.
The investigations unearthed that the alias is a Paleogis used to entrap women in Hollywood was included as a man named Brian, Joe Messi, Joe Maroney, Victor Thomas, Victor Paleo, and Lawrence Paleo. Victor Paleogis, out on parole after serving 8 years and 8 months for writing fictitious checks and burglary and sexual assault. So someone like that was just out on parole, just randomly being a douchebag, roaming around, just being cock.
Just at work once again.
It really pisses me off sometimes when I read these things. At least 13 women came forward who he had either completed or attempted assault upon. Additionally, there was no DNA evidence to tie Victor to these crimes, making the case a complex one for the prosecutors. Regardless, Victor pleaded guilty in 2006, and about 40 witnesses testified against him in trial. He was sentenced to 25 years to life with no possibility of parole, and he remains to be incarcerated in the California Institute for Men in Chino, California.
He has no possibility for parole?
Life with the possibility. 25 years of life with the possibility of parole.
When is he eligible for parole?
I didn't see that.
Oh.
I thought there was something coming up pretty soon, but I think it was denied. But then it was hard to I didn't get to see anything else after that, but
I'll look it up.
but that was that. So many of these women who seek their big break in the lights of fame of Hollywood, blinded by drive, these women like Kristi Johnson and Elizabeth Short have had their life cut short by evil, just to be cut short in the name of with the tragedy and fame. A lot of women who I didn't put it in there because a lot of them remained anonymous for the sake of their own identity, came forward to the police saying that a man of that with the sketch tried to do the same thing with them, offer them a role as a Bond girl in upcoming Bond movies, and that he would be able to get them in there. But these girls, however, showed up to the studio address that Victor had given them, but they showed up with boyfriends or with friends. And he would text them and see that they were with other people and said, "Hey, we have to reschedule." And then he would never try to attempt to do it again with the fear of being caught. She didn't have anybody with her. And I think if she went with a friend or had told her mother and her mother tagged along, that she would probably still be here today.
Yeah, I can't see what his.
Yeah, I didn't find anything. I couldn't. That's why I'm saying I didn't see anything.
Let's see, 25 to life in a state penitentiary. I mean, I saw something he got paroled before from his other
From
jail
his
sentence.
other sentences, yeah.
Oh, he was on mentioned in Criminal Minds. Huh.
I heard these little bits in a Dateline on a podcast.
Here's just two Dateline MSNBC article about whatever his name
Paleoliths.
is. Platosaurus.
And it kind of like made me sad that this girl I even looked her up. She was absolutely gorgeous. Her family started a Justice for Kristi. Yeah.
Huh.
Website just to kind of tell people about her, just to keep like a memorial page. And it's just sad to see that that's why I wanted to give a backstory.
Yeah.
Just to see like where, even if it wasn't a lot, just kind of
like a bright future.
Yeah. I mean, she lived in South America, and then she moved to Michigan, and she always wanted to come back to California where everything started, and
someone took advantage of that.
Someone took advantage of a pretty girl that was, I would hate to say naive, but she, like I said, she
when
was
you're in your low 20s, you don't think
blinded.
of stuff like that.
Yeah, you're just blinded by the idea of being famous. Everybody wants their 15 minutes, and unfortunately,
because back then there was a lot less awareness of this kind of stuff.
You think 2020? You think 2003? You know, for me, it's like, oh my god, that was like 10 years ago, but it wasn't.
No,
it was
21
years ago.
Oh god,
Yeah, I was just there.
21 years.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy to think how long ago that actually was and how far technology has come since then. I mean, they were able to ping her cell phone, but now we have sharing your apps and locations with people to where you can pinpoint people at an exact location.
Yeah.
And the fact that her poor body was just out in the open, what made it come to light in there was like a rainstorm in California. There was a whole drought, and then a rainstorm came and flushed her body out, and just
Jesus Christ.
And a group of people had found them.
Sorry, Rachel is standing on me at the moment.
Rachel.
All right, well, that's my story.
Sorry, I'm distracted by cat.
Billy, this is your cue. Get your high ass in gear.
Are we gonna do a lead-in or?
Lobotomy.
Lobotomy? I'm the doctor of lobotomy.
I need a lobotomy.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, bro.
So that's why you guys are going to the doctor tomorrow.
We have his and her appointment.
We figured
I come home and I'm drooling.
We're very close friends, so maybe we do it together, holding hands. It's a whole thing.
Just tap it in.
Tap that through. I did do it earlier.
I kind of enjoy the lag.
It has its own
It
appeal.
annoys the shit out of me.
Remember we told him about this before we started? It's like, no, that's just me. I'm on my own personal lag.
Well, at first I thought I was, and now I just don't think so.
Pineapple.
This isn't. Turn that.
What?
Billy, we were waiting you to start your thing.
I know, but you said something, and I'm like, wait, does he want to answer that? I don't know. Before I get into our main topic, I figured it'd be wise if you give you guys a brief history of lobotomy operation and the people involved, leading into our star player I've talked so much about. The lobotomy is classified by most psych doctors as a miracle cure for several ailments like treatment-resistant depression, which sounds really fun, schizophrenia, and several different personality disorders. As I've covered several times, lobotomies were used more to keep patients quiet and well behaved. A lot of times, it would just end in death. The original lobotomy, then known as leucotomy, was first performed in 1935 in Lisbon, Spain, by Antonio Egas Moniz, after he was inspired by Swiss physicist named Gottlieb Burckhardt after his brain scrambling experiments. Oh, that's so many pronunciations. Ooh. Burckhardt experimented on 6 people where he would remove sections of the cerebral cortex, including the frontal lobe, which would later become a hot ticket for these quacks.
Whack.
Got any grapes?
Hey, well, all the way. Why can't you just give me the down arrow? Why?
Gold. Yelling timber.
Moniz, ever the thinker,
Fucking
realized I didn't. I hate the lag. I hate the lag so much. Moniz, ever the thinker, realized that he didn't necessarily need to remove the frontal lobe. After realizing the connections could be destroyed, Moniz would drill into the patient's skull and inject pure ethanol into the frontal lobe. Working with a neurosurgeon due to gout in his hands, I thought you guys put that in there. Moniz performed his
Innocent.
first leucectomy in Lisbon on a 63-year-old woman with a myriad of different symptoms, some of which we all share. Yeah, she had like anxiety and depression, shit like that. Though the patient recovered quickly, under 2 months, psychiatrists had noted that she was calmer, less paranoid, and well oriented. Basically, otherwise known as brain dead, but she finally shut the fuck up. I just assume that's how doctors looked at it at the time, because they didn't give a shit about mental health. Moniz would eventually win a Nobel Prize in 1949 for his brain work. The procedure would change rather quickly, only a year later, by the star of our show, Walter Jackson Freeman, and his business partner, James Watts, who would perform the new procedure in 1936. This would become known as the traditional frontal lobotomy. Here, the patients would have the holes drilled, much like the leucotomy, but instead of injecting ethanol, the connections in the brain would be severed manually using surgical tools shoved into the holes and swished around like they were making a brain scrambled egg. Delicious.
Where's the bacon?
I wrote this like fucking a month ago. I don't remember any of my cues. Pressed for time, Freeman had decided in 1945 that the procedure could be done even quicker with quicker recovery time. This will be the procedure we discuss the most today, as we know he toured the United States, visiting every mental care facility, performing his cure-all procedure on patients of all kinds. Why did I write these sentences so goddamn long? It gets worse, by the way. Again, I miss my cue on that. The star of the show, Walter Jackson Freeman, was born in good old Philadelphia, PA on November 14th, 1895. His grandfather, William Williams Keene, also known as W. W. Keynes, because of course he would, was an accomplished surgeon in the Civil War. It is the Civil War, so I assume that just means he was really good at cutting shit off. After graduating from Yale in 1916, Freeman continued his studies at the University of Pennsylvania Medical School on an already accomplished neurological scientist, William Spiller.
Bueller.
He would even go as far as to apply for a position at the school as his assistant after school, but he would ultimately be denied. After he was shafted by his idol, Freeman would relocate to Washington, D.C. in 1924 to work as director of labs at St. Elizabeth's Hospital, and after seeing the suffering of patients, would continue studies and earn his Ph.D. in neuropathy. Why is that word hard? Eventually, this degree would get him a position at George Washington University as the head of the neurology department. After seeing the conditions of mental health institutions in the country and performing operations on corpses, Dr. Freeman would try to change the world of mental health treatment. 1 year after the successful lobotomy performed in 1935, Freeman and his partner James Watts would look to improve the procedure that was only to be performed on patients who were under severe psychosis. On September 14th, 1936, Freeman would instruct Watts, who was an actual neurosurgeon, through his first procedure. It was performed on a housewife from Topeka, Kansas, named Alice Hood Hennett. She was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and insomnia. All right, get in line, guys. We got a cure-all. They would drill 6 holes in her head and slicing connections with a sharp instrument. According to Freeman, Hammett was transformed. What he meant was she was practically brain dead. By November of the same year, the pair had performed over 20 frontal lobotomies. Their method, the name Precision Method. This method would catch on as Freeman and Watts would go on a national tour of the not asylums in the country, performing the surgery, and by 1942 had performed the operation over 200 times. They claim that 52% of 623 lobotomies yielded good results. If you can't do the math, that's 48% of them bad. The bar was real low for improvement, but the bar was getting worse. A third are the same, and a third are the worse off. And worse off just means pretty much dead. Freeman, of course, lied and told everyone it was only 3% death rate.
You kind of jumped off the cliff with that one.
Mental institutions around the country love Freeman because I just figured I'd keep on reading. I don't fucking know what's going on anymore. Mental institutions around the country love Freeman because why wouldn't they? Now, if they're having problems with a patient, they could just wait for Dr. Freeman and Watts. Now, the troubled patient was content watching the lead paint dry on the wall. However much success of the frontal lobotomy had gotten, Freeman had found flaws in the operation. I think I covered this already. Obviously, he wants to change because of the deaths, right? Hell no, it wasn't quick enough. He couldn't help enough patients during his visits. After studying the work of Italian doctor Amaro Flamberti, and here we go with the pronunciations again, Flamberti, who had operated on people's brains through the eye sockets,
No.
Walter just, yeah, no, I knew that one, yeah. Walt decided he wanted to try a transorbital lobotomy, aka the ice pick lobotomy. He first performed the procedure on January 17th, 1945. This is partially due to the influx of soldiers into asylum following the war, no doubt suffering from PTSD symptoms. Obviously, mental health wasn't doing great at the time, but Freeman decided not to tell his surgery partner Watts, who, if you remember, is the actual fucking surgeon. Walt was flying solo on these ice pick lobotomies under wraps. Freeman's son would later say in an interview that the real first instruments were pulled from the family icebox. He continued to use the ice pick method, hopefully with much more sterile ice pick. He was performing the procedures in the office of him and Watts walked in one day. I may have gotten into it in here. I don't know. I was on a fucking bender when I wrote this. I was sober, which means it's a bender.
That explains some things.
Yeah, it just flips around all over the place. I just let my brain go wild. The new operation would be as follows. put the ice pick above the patient. Here you go, Kodak. You'll love this. He would
we can
put the
skip this
ice
part.
pick.
I'm okay.
No, it gets worse.
Yay.
He would put the ice pick above the patient's eye, then give it a little tappy tap with a small hammer. And when the ice pick was good and in there, give it a swish swish, severing connections and hopefully the brain.
Why? Don't need any of that.
Oh, yeah. This would be done while the
Oh,
patient was awake, kind of. Prior to hammering, what he also used at the ice pick at the ice house earlier, Dr. Freeman would give the patient a round of electroshock therapy. The effects of the electroshock obviously left the patient a little groggy, enough to handle and chisel the eye socket. The new procedure could be performed in 10 minutes or less.
or better yet, not at all.
You know the saying. Because Freeman didn't need to perform the procedure in a clinical setting, he decided to start running a back alley lobotomy shop out of he and Watts' office in DC. See, I told you I covered this.
There you go.
Well, yeah, let's just, we'll round table it. While Freeman was performing the procedure, Watts walked into the office and lost his fucking shit. He told Freeman that he was a madman and ended their relationship immediately. After Watts split,
Now
Freeman
we got
closed the office.
bad blood.
God damn it, Kodak.
Lobotomy blood. After Watts split, Freeman closed the office in DC and began working out of a literal van that was, no shit, called the Lobotomobile.
Yes! Fucking yes! The lobotomobile.
Apparently, there's no like historical documentation that it was called the Lobotomobile, but it's in a lot of history documentation. He would continue to visit the asylums around the US where he would be able to almost triple the amount of patients he was able to see. Patients lined up for the procedure, and by that I mean the nurses and doctors, line them up.
All right, Billy, you need to start that sentence because that just cut out completely.
He would continue to visit the asylums around the US where he would be able to almost triple the amount of patients he was able to see. Patients lined up for the procedure, and by that I mean the nurses and the doctors pretty much lined them up for him.
Nailed it.
Doc-
Eye socket.
Jesus Soto.
Why?
Yeah, this entire surgery I'm talking about is done through the eye socket. Just telling you. And Dr. Freeman and his amazing cure had gained a lot of fame throughout the not asylum communities, and at one point crossing the country 11 times in a year visiting mental hospitals. The fame of being a psycho was going to Walt's head, though, and he was beginning to turn into quite the showman during his procedures. Freeman would switch from his dominant right hand to his left, and sometimes he would actually use both hands to pound the pick in. He even was not. He even was known to do two patients at one time with each hand. Of course, this is all done in front of an
Three-way.
audience. He's getting the whole crowd. It's a whole lobotomy orgy at this point. He's got a whole crowd watching.
Well, think of the savings on the insurance.
It's like early 1900s. Insurance doesn't. Oh, yeah, I think insurance does exist. These people fucked up.
Is that your going off?
You cut out during that.
Is that your microwave going off?
Yeah. That's not even me. That's Liz. The mic's that good.
We can hear everything.
That's fucking amazing. Should I keep reading or?
Good. Go ahead.
Of course, this was all done in front of an audience of mental patients and other doctors and nurses. See, there's the audience they're trying to start an orgy with. He would also use props in front of he'd also use props during his procedures. Instead of a surgical hammer, that was probably the smart thing to use. He would use a basic carpenter's mallet from the hardware store.
The original
Yeah.
Carrot Top.
Yeah, I mean, he probably carries a truck around with him. Because of Freeman's miracle cure and being known for his antics, crowds in the press would show up for his operations, and not one to disappoint, Freeman would put on his classic show. One patient actually died because Freeman posed for a picture mid ice pick piercing brain. The ice pick slipped when he took his hands off of it because he had to turn an old fucking Hogan for the paper.
Honestly, I'm just surprised only one patient in this situation.
Oh, there was a lot more, but that was a very notable one. Like you could see the life leave the body in the photo. Like the psycho he was, Freeman had a fun name for cruising the country looking for the next totally not an asylum. He would call it head and shoulder hunting, and would say that time had passed more quickly when he was head and shoulder hunting. Being the showboat that he was, he began to ask his assistants to time him while he performed the procedure. He was hoping for the land speed record, brain scramble record, pretty much. He would perform up to 110 lobotomies a week at times, depending on the busy weeks. Local newspapers and bigger publications would show up to get a story for the next front page or cover story. Freeman was deemed responsible for the success of lobotomy in America, and the success was highly inflated. And I'm sure, why didn't I put fucking punctuations here? I lose my mind. The success was very highly inflated, and I'm sure a conversation with the doctor. Okay, I fucked this. I deleted something here. Basically, talking to Dr. Freeman, he talked up lobotomy like hot shit, which basically made the stories worse and showing his success. Other psychiatric doctors were adopting the procedure, hopefully with less showboating. Where mental health was at the time, if someone who was a little anxious wound up enjoying staring at the sun, it was considered a win. Because of all this fame, Freeman would be able to afford a gold-plated ice pick where he kept in his own special briefcase.
Golden ice pick. That's awesome.
Yeah, he had a gold-plated hammer and a gold-plated ice pick that he would literally use.
That's fantastic.
Although the lobotomy was designed to be performed on patients suffering from severe mental health ailments, Dr. Freeman would also perform the procedure for several other conditions he deemed acceptable. One of the patients, Howard Dully, received a lobotomy at 12 years old and underwent the operation for bad behavior. Howard wasn't even aware of this until he was in his 40s. He's still alive and seems like a pretty normal dude. His stepmother didn't like how he behaved, so she wanted one. Alcoholism was another reason for full ice pick treatment, and typing that made me need a sip of my beer. Like every horror story, it had to come to an end. In 1954, Thorazine, a new drug marketed as a chemical lobotomy, hit the market. Obviously, mental institutions adopted this new, much safer method of shutting the patients up. Almost instantly, Freeman was facing backlash for his procedure when the public caught wind of this new method as protests began to pop up. Freeman was no longer the savior of mental health, and the American public finally began to notice. Although the lobotomy fad was over, Freeman moved to California and continued his business, marketing the procedure for housewives. He would also ice pick children and terminally ill patients, which honestly seems like the only good thing he did. I could understand, just ice picking terminally ill.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd rather not, no. Freeman would continue his $25 lobotomies up until 1967. He likely would have continued even longer, but while performing a lobotomy in Berkeley, California, he severed a blood vessel in a patient, leading to their death 3 days later. His medical license was revoked, which should have been done way back when he pulled the ice pick from the freezer. While he would no longer perform lobotomies, Freeman lived to the age of 76. He died of complication from cancer, which begs the question, was it because he did try to lobotomize himself?
God, imagine going crazy and he did try it.
That'd be insane.
Be ironic.
I fully believe that might be what happened. Oh yeah, that's the end of Walter Freeman. He's dead now.
I don't know, say I believe when dying is the end of them. That is true.
Unless you're a ghost.
Ooh, I'm a spooky ghost.
Spooky.
I'm Freeman. I'm the ghost of the ice pick. The original ice bucket challenge.
It's like a fucked up Scooby Doo episode with
Oh.
an ice pick chasing.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That'd be his worst nightmare.
Scooby Dooby ice. Where are you? Got some lobotomies to do.
So how you feeling about the eye socket?
Yeah, I'm never gonna want to listen to that. I'm good. Yeah, I always envisioned lobotomies going to the forehead. Never imagined the eye socket.
Oh no, they
As,
started going through the eye socket in 45.
As someone who had surgical procedures on the eye and seen a needle come into his eye socket, no, thank you.
That's aggressive.
Yeah, I felt aggressive.
Would you have
Eye on the
felt better
prize.
if you had electric shock prior?
Shockingly, maybe not.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Hey, I noticed what you did over there. Yeah, I could do without the whole eye socket, ice pick.
As I was writing
Yeah,
it
no.
very haphazardly, I'm like, hey, I could have loved that one.
Yeah, appreciate it. Really thankful for that.
Yeah, love you, buddy.
Do a podcast, they sing. Yeah. Well, we thank everyone for listening to us this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you did, feel free to give us a rating and smash that like button.
Oh,
Cringe Kodak is back.
I love it.
Captain Cringe.
Captain Cringe is here. And if I didn't just drive you away, we look forward to next week's episode. Until then, go out there and full fucking send it.
Full send it.
Fucking send it.